There was a man called Polycarp of Smyrna. He was known to be a disciple of John the Beloved. He was 81 years old. They came to him and they said, Bishop Polycarp, we have seen the havoc your causing by preaching Jesus, but it is time for you to die. I thought he was going to say, I am an old man. Can't you pity an old man? When they came, Father Polycarp gave them chairs to sit down. He served them tea. After they drank the tea, he said, we can go. When he arrived at the slaughtering ground, they said, Father, what is sponsoring this your zeal? He said, for 81 years the Lord has been faithful. I can't deny him now. They roasted this aged man to the stake. When he was roasted, it was recorded that he was singing hymns unto the Lord. In pain and torture, he still had a voice to say, Lord, you're faithful till the end. Most of us rack up the statement, witness. I am a witness. I have been called to witness. The Greek word for witness is martus. It is the root word of martyrdom. When God said, you are my witnesses, it means you should be willing to die. The root word of your assignment is death. Physical death is not spiritual, it's not figurative, it's not metaphoric, it is literal. And this man understood. Peter had the opportunity to run. They came in the middle of the night and they said, Peter, the emperor has heard of your escapades and he's after your head now, but he will come by break. Now it's still night. We can escape through a hole in the city walls. Peter carried his bags. As he was about escaping, Jesus came down and stood in front of him. Peter understood. They just turned back. The people with him were like, Apostle, you have the word, you have the scriptures, nations, you can't die now. But Peter said, no, it is time. When they were about to crucify Peter, Peter said, hold on. They thought he was about to beg. He said, please, when crucify me upside down. I can't die like my master. Turn me upside down. And this is the same Peter you study the book of Peter sleeping. You study the writings of Paul sleeping. Prophet Agabus came to him and said, sir, I saw in a vision and I'm seeing it now. Where you're going to, you will be bound with fetters. You will die like a chicken. Paul said, relax. What you're operating under is gift. Whatever happens to me in Rome, meant to happen. On the day he was about to die, church history says that when the Roman soldiers came to bundle Paul, they knocked at his door. He told them to hold on. He wants to write a last message to Timothy. And the last words were, I have fought with fight. I have run the race. There remaineth for me a crown of life. After he wrote that, he said, come and take me. He went to the public square and he was beheaded. Hope you know the way they behead you in those days is not with sharp daggers. The pain must be excruciating. That is why the daggers were blunt. The same thing happened with Perpetua and Felicity. When killing Felicity, Felicity had to beg the guy, please put the knife here. The pain is too much. Because they gave the knife to a novice. He didn't know how to slaughter, so he was missing at every shot. He attempted like 5 times. You can imagine the state of Perpetua's neck. She said, sir, don't torment me any longer. Let me teach you how to kill somebody. Put here. This is where the windpipe is. They slew her. And then someone is desiring to enter the same heaven with this kind of man. You who cannot withstand hunger, house rent is your issue. Simple church dedication is an issue. Inconsistency is an issue. When we mention things like dying for God, somebody is saying, you want to enter heaven with men who shed blood. You have no stake in the things of God. You'll be a pauper in heaven. I need you to bear in mind, sir. In heaven there is hierarchy. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. There's no gender equality. If I don't